Howdy Aggies! Today I'm going to be talking to y'all a little bit about where I spent my community service hours this past semester for my sociology class. That would be none other than the Aggieland Humane Society. Now, you may expect a video of the Aggieland Humane Society to be full of videos of cats and dogs running around in the sun having a great time. And while I would have loved to have created that video, the Bryan College Station area actually has a dogfighting problem, and it's because of this the Aggieland Humane Society actually has a no picture policy on the premises to kind of protect the dogs from possible scouts looking for their next prize fighter. So what does that mean for us? Well, instead of videos of cats and dogs, we're actually going to be looking at the Humane Society's website to tell us a little bit about their culture, and I have a little bit of experience spending my last semester there. So I'm actually an economics major. I don't look to be working with adoptions or veterinary, any of that stuff for my career, but I do love animals, and so does the Humane Society. So we were a perfect match, and to show that, we're actually going to look at their mission statement. So here we have their mission statement, which is the Aggieland Humane Society provides human care and placement for homeless and abandoned animals, promotes the human-animal bond, and promotes responsible pet ownership to enhance the quality of life for the people and animals in our community. This is what they live by. They want every single employee to know this like the back of their hand, every volunteer to live this, and every single possible adopter to understand what they're getting themselves into. Now, a little bit of knowledge on the Humane Society. They're currently located on 5359 Leonard Road. They originally were actually the Brazos Animal Shelter, and that goes all the way back to 1981. But in July 1, 2011, they actually moved to their current location and changed their name to the Aggieland Humane Society. This because they now serve both the Bryan and Brazos County and College Station. So they wanted to change their name to more accurately depict what they now do. So when volunteering there, you may kind of think of it as, okay, you walk some dogs, you look after some cats. That's all you do. And while those are some things that you do, in fact do, it's much, much more than that. And that's a common myth that, you just walk dogs for an hour and then leave. So let's actually look at a little bit when it comes to your volunteering. So these two people, Nissa and Darby, are the two most important people that you'll get to know when you start your volunteering. This is because before you ever work with a cat, play with a dog, and work with an adopter, you actually have to take classes. These classes teach you the culture of the Aggieland Humane Society, how you work with adopters, and how, most importantly, you work with animals. So what is this first introductory class? Well, it kind of just tells you the history, when they first started, all of that stuff. This is the day that you're also going to get your volunteer shirt. You have to be in that in all times because you are representing them whenever you do your volunteering hours. And this is also the time in which you first get acquainted with the idea that this is more than just being there for the animals. This is also the opportunity for you to better the community when working with possible adopters. So Nissa and Darby, these are the two most important people for your first few times there because they're the one who actually teach these classes. Now, the Aggieland Humane Society does a really, they really do hammer in this point that it's not just animals, it's not just people, but it's the interaction between the two. So at all points in times, they want to make sure that you're both bettering the animals so that they can work with people better, and that whenever an adopter comes in, you can tell them, hey, this is a very energetic animal, so if you want to adopt, it's important that you be ready to take them on a run every once in a while, and stuff like that, all the way through. This has been a brief look at the Humane Society, and they've really taught me a whole lot on both structures of how you have a hierarchy in an organization and much, much more. But if you would like to see more of this, just check out the Aggieland Humane Society. Thanks and gig 'em.